Hey y'all, Lauren Wandell, aka The Fit Law, here with my topic of the day, which is work for it, wish for it, or watch someone else do it. And here's the thing, I think that these are really prevalent to what's going on in everybody's life, because we kind of move through different phases when it comes to starting a fitness program, starting a new business, pretty much anything that we start right in our lives. We have a couple different ways or a couple of different people and how we approach it. Like, I just see so many different I don't even know what the word is. I see so many different approaches. There we go. I see so many different approaches to how people start something new. And it got me thinking about this quote that I got from Brendon Burchard, who spoke at Summit, which was amazing. And he talked about this. He's like, you can either work for it, you can wish for it, or you can watch someone else do it. And it's so true. And I think that we all are in different phases. So right now, personally, I'm in the work for it stage in my business, in my fitness, in my life. I'm in a position in my life where I see my goals so clearly, and I am ready to put my all into it, right? I'm ready to give, like I said yesterday and the day before, I'm ready to give my all to get to those goals that I've set in my life. So I want to hear from you which phase you think you are in. Really reflect upon yourself and say, am I in the work for it stage where I'm really putting forward that I want to work towards this goal? Am I wishing for it, or am I watching other people do it? So I'm going to go through these one by one, give you a little bit of an example and kind of talk about the different things. And I want you to reflect back, figure out where you're at, and then tag a friend to hold yourself accountable. Like, if you're in a certain phase and you want to change it, own it. I mean, they say this in recovery, right? The first step to admitting that you need to change is saying, okay, yeah, I need to change, right? It's admitting you have a problem. And in this situation, I believe that some of these are issues and they're problems. So let's talk about wish for it first, because I think that this is probably the most common. People love to sit back and dream the big dreams, right? They love to, give me some hearts if you guys see me too, I just want to make sure. People sit back and they love to dream about all of these things. Oh my gosh, I want this amazing house, I want this amazing car, I want this amazing body, I want these amazing six-pack. It's so easy to say things. We talk the talk, right? We say over and over again that we want these things, we want these things, we want these things, we want, but we're not willing to work. And that's the problem that so many people have nowadays. Is I see it in business, I see it in fitness, is that they come in and they want this so bad. They want it so bad, but they're not willing to work. And when I start asking the hard questions, they shut down, or they come up with what we call the excuse train, which is a never-ending train of excuses that no matter what I throw back at them, they always have another excuse coming after that. So for example, let's talk about fitness. Hey girl, what are your fitness goals? You know what, I want to lose 20 pounds, I really want to tone up, I want to have a six-pack, and I'm like, great, let's do this, let's get you to that goal, let's really put that foot forward and like give it your all. They're all gung-ho, right? We're all gung-ho to get to that next thing. And then when it comes to actually putting action in place, actually taking that step, then it's like, oh, you know what, I couldn't do it today, I was too busy. And I'm like, well, girl, it's 30 minutes. You got to make time. And then it's, oh, you know, my kids were being total pains in the asses, and so I couldn't get it done. And I'm like, you got to do it with your kids. And then it's, well, you know, I can't eat healthy because of my husband, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. And I'm like, here's the deal. You told me you wanted this. You gave me that, like, really big, like, ambitious goal. And now all I'm getting from you is excuses. And so those people, and if you are one of these people, I don't mean this in an offensive way at all. I just am trying to get you to self-reflect. Those people are the ones that I struggle with the most, because it's not that they can't do it, it's that they are holding themselves back. They are their own biggest roadblock. That happens so often now, where we are the only thing standing in our own way. Anybody feel like that? That you are the one standing in your own way? You love to make the excuses and say that it's everything else in your life, but it's you that's standing in your own way. I know when I first started, and actually before, when I continued to fail on my fitness journey over and over and over and over and over and over again, this is where I was at. I was at a point where I was blaming everyone else and everything else in my life for my shortcomings. I was wishing for it. I wasn't working for it. I was wishing that I could have this body, this life, this whole big, huge golden picture. I was wishing for the golden picture, but I wasn't willing to put in the work. So what that comes down to is really your priorities and figuring out, is that wish, is that goal, is that why big enough for you? Because it's obviously not, because it's not putting your feet to pavement. It's not getting you over that hump. So you really have to, for these people, my advice is to reflect and write. Write down what it is that you really want. That goal that you're telling me about, that wish that you have in your mind, write it down on a piece of paper and say, I want this because. And then after you get to that because, I want this because I want to have a six-pack. Go further than that. I want to have a six-pack because I really want to be more confident in my body. I want to be more confident because I want to be a better mother. I want to be a better mother because I want to set a good example for my kids. You just keep diving further and further and further. And what's going to happen is you're going to come up to the core. You're going to come to the core of the reason why you really do want to do this. Because I can tell you a six-pack isn't a good enough reason. I started for a six-pack. You know what? It didn't push me to work out every day. You know what did push me to work out every day? Is that I wanted to set a healthy example for my children. That became my core goal, where I noticed that they were taking my unhealthy habits. And when I started seeing that, when I started seeing my children mimicking my unhealthy habits, that's what really clicked for me. And I'm like, no. That became my wish. So I have a question. This is a little exercise that I love to do. Let's say that I have a metal beam that's just laying on the floor. It's just like a metal balance beam. It goes like from here to here, okay? It's like, I don't know, 10 feet long. And I told you that if you walk from one side to the other, I would give you $20. How many people would do that? If I just told you just had to walk across the beam and I'd give you 20 bucks. Give me some hearts, give me some hands, say, yeah, I would totally do that. I'm gonna move on to the next part in a second. But I wanna hear that. Would you do that? Would you walk across a metal beam? That's it, balance beam, 20 bucks in my hand. I'm gonna give you a nice, crisp $20 bill. Hey, all right, yeah, we're all doing that. Okay, now let me change the scenario. Let's say that beam is in between two buildings. And the building across is on fire. And I told you, if you walk across that beam, I'll give you $20. Would you do it? Would you walk across? Because I can guarantee a lot of you won't. Okay, now let me give you a third scenario. If I put a metal beam between two buildings, set that building across the beam on fire, and I put your child there, would you walk across it then to save their life? I didn't change the situation. All that changed was the why you're doing it. Right? That's the only thing that I changed, was the why. I didn't change the what, I didn't change the situation. I just changed the why you're doing it. So that's what you really need to get to the core of. If you are in the I'm wishing for it stage, this is what you need to change. It's not necessarily the what you want to accomplish, it's the why you want to accomplish it. Okay? So if you're in that stage, own it. Own it. And everybody's going, yeah, I wouldn't need $20 for that. No, because of course your kid's life is more important than 20 bucks. Of course your kid's life is more important than that fear of death and falling and catching on fire, because that is your why. Because your child is so important that you're going to go save them, right? So if you're in the wish it stage, that's totally fine, and I get that, and I've been there. Change your why. Change your reason for doing this. Dive a little deeper into it, okay? So then I want to go into the watch someone else do it. So these aren't even the people that are at that wish it stage. They're not even the people that have those goals and they're like, oh, I really want that. No, instead they sit back and they get angry at other people for achieving those things that they think they want, right? They sit back and they go, oh, I could do that. Or, ooh, I really want what she has. I want to look like her. I want to do that. I want to have a business, and I want to be like that. And they watch other people over and over and over and over again achieve the goals that they say or they think that they want. They dream that big dream, and they watch other people do it repeatedly over and over and over again, and they never take that step. The wish it people at least take the step, they just don't follow through. The watch other people do it, they don't even take that first step. They never get there, right? They never get there. They get to the point where they just sit back and let everyone else accomplish it. I can tell you right now, it's not going to get you anywhere, right? I would much rather you be in the wish it stage. I feel like I can move that forward. The watching other people do it, girl, you just need to get off and start doing something. You need to make a decision. You cannot sit back. You know, one of the best quotes that I've ever heard in my life is that indecision is still a decision. If you sit back and think like, well, if I just don't make a decision, nothing's going to happen. Girl, you just made your decision. Deciding that you don't want to do something is still a decision. Or deciding that you're not going to make a decision, it's still a decision. So sitting back and just being like, I'm not going to, no, I'm good. It's still a choice. You're making a choice there, okay? So you have to understand that You can say no to something, you can say yes to something. If you don't say either, you're still making a choice. And that is 100% in your control, okay? Now, the last one is my favorite, which is work for it. Where are my work for it people? How many people showed up today and did their workout and moved maybe their business forward? They went to work, they got their kids dressed, they did all of the things, they're working towards their goals, because I am giving you a huge shout out. I love you. You are my people. Because that's me, girl. That is me. I am the work it girl. I've always been this girl. I will always be this girl who is always looking towards the next goal and pushing myself forward no matter what. And that's where we want to get you. We want you to be the work it girl or the work it guy. We want you to be that person that's actually willing to put the work in to achieve that goal that you want to achieve, right? So I know we have those big wishes, but it's people that actually put it into action. Because what do they say? A goal without a plan is just a wish. Oh, that fits in this pretty well, doesn't it? So I want you to figure out where you're at in this stage. What phase are you in? Are you in a work it? Are you in a wish it? Or are you watching other people do it? And then figure out, like, what do I need to do to get you from watching to at least get you to wishing that you could do this? And what do I need to do to get you from the wish to the actual work, right? What is it that's going to make that happen? Because that's what we want. I want every single person, regardless of their age, sex, gender, whatever. I don't care who you are. I want you to achieve your goals no matter what. Whether it's to have a six-pack, whether it's to be a better mom, whether it's to grow a multi-million-dollar business, I don't care. I just want you to be successful. That's it. That's all I want for me. That's all I want for my family. That's all I want for my team. That's all I want for my customers and my clients and everybody that I have any kind of influence on. That's all I want for any of you, is I want you to be successful in your life, okay? So, comment below and be like, girl, I'm in a wish it stage and I need help. Or be like, yeah, I've been watching you for months and have never ever taken that next step. I don't care where you're at, just tell me. I'm not gonna get mad, I'm not gonna scrutinize you for that. I'm not here to do that, I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to share, okay? And so I want to figure out where you're at, because I would like to get kind of a little poll of like where we are and where my followers are and where you're at, because my entire goal, like I said, is to help you in any way I possibly can. So I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with probably my last weekly live video, and then I will be doing my recipe video on Sunday, so stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace out. Bye-bye.